Have you ever wanted to start traveling but had no idea where to begin? That's what this video is all about. Hello, welcome to Eat and Travel with Tony. I want to welcome you all to this particular video. And like I said, it's going to be all about how to start traveling. So before we get started, I do want to say this, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and feel free to share this out with someone who's interested in getting started to travel as well. So let's go ahead and get into these 3 tips I'm going to share with you about how you can start to travel. So the first one, it always seems every time we bring up travel, of course, money is always the first thing. I've said that. I've known others who said that as well, but money is always the first thing. But what we have to realize is that with traveling, whether it's a cruise or train trip or whatever kind of trip you're trying to take, just keep in mind that you can start saving for that trip like today and plan for that trip in a year from now if that's what you wanted to do. You don't have to book everything right today and have all the money, thousands or however much it's going to cost right today. But the main thing is that you start saving so that you can have some money aside so that you can buy the flight or buy the all-inclusive resort or whatever you're trying to do. Like I said, you don't have to have all the money up front. Yes, sometimes money is tight. We all understand that. Even I understand that. Yes, I do. I'm still a full-time employee, so I understand that. But what I had to learn and what I had to start doing was just saving, putting money aside in my savings account. And I save my little, any change that I have, I'm saving that too, so that I can go cash it in and use that, of course, to spend on the trip. I do that every single time that I go on a trip. Like I said, we have to get smarter with our money and the way we're using our money, y'all. Especially if traveling is something that you really want to do, you have to set that goal to, of course, save that money so that you can take that trip. I know I've heard some people get envelopes and put travel on the outside or trip to wherever they want to go on the outside and then just start tucking money away in that envelope. You can do that as well. That's easier for you. But don't let money be something that holds you back from taking your first cruise or your first all-inclusive trip or your first flight somewhere. Make sure that you start saving because, like I said, you can pay, especially if you get a travel agent. They're free for you to use. You just have to call them and let them know what you're trying to do, and they can help you plan for the trip as well, let you know how much it is, and you can start paying on that trip. Just keep in mind, there's always options, so there's never not enough money. You may not have enough money today, but you can save that money to have enough money for tomorrow. Keep that in mind, y'all. So number 2 is time. I know we all don't have all the time in the world. I guess I put it that way. Like I said, I am a full-time employee, so of course I have to use my vacation time or sometimes take off even if I don't have that vacation time so that I can travel and go on a trip and that kind of thing. Just keep in mind that if you want to get out traveling, you have to get smarter with that. Any breaks that you have, if you have an extended holiday like Thanksgiving or Christmas, 4th of July, all those long weekends, Memorial Day, you can always travel during those times, y'all. That means you have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday to, of course, travel. But actually, it depends on if you want to take off that Friday. You can take off that Friday, take off that Thursday, meaning that you only use 2 days of vacation time if you're working a full-time job. Like I said, you can always get smarter with that. Sometimes people have retirement leave, all types of leave. Like I said, you can definitely start using the time that you have and go ahead and travel. And even if you don't have, I'm going to say this because I know, like I said, I've done it a few times. If I don't have the money, don't have the time to actually take off and I only have part of the time, I'm still going to take off and just get unpaid leave for that because I want to go and experience and explore what's out there in the world for me. Like I said, you don't have to do that. That's up to you. But like I said, for me, I feel that if you don't have all the time or your job only gives you a week a year or something like that, like I said, sometimes you may have to take the opportunity and go ahead and take a few days of unpaid leave, y'all, and try to save and make it up somewhere else. Like I said, don't let time hold you back. Like I said, there's always something that you can see if you can even work on the weekend or work outside your hours to even save up some more time. Ask if you can. You never know what they may say. Especially if you're working a full-time job. If you're not, then you should be okay. If the only thing you need to do is find a babysitter or that kind of thing, then find that. Unless the kids are going with you. And if you're going solo or with friends or that kind of thing, like I said, there's always ways, like I said, that y'all can, of course, take that time and go ahead and go, y'all. So the next thing, I know I kind of talked about just a little bit right now about the taking friends and solo travel and that kind of thing. The last thing is overthinking. We can overthink. Of course, back in the day when I wasn't with anyone, I was so nervous about going by myself. I had no idea what I was going to expect. And you hear all this stuff on the news. Oh, these people have gotten killed or this thing is going on. Let me tell you, a lot of stuff that you hear on the news usually is not the truth anyway. or how it's done in the real world. When you actually get out and travel and that kind of thing, you will see a totally different side and realize just how much things you all have in common, no matter if you're 10,000 miles away. Like I said, don't let the news scare you. Don't let your friends and family scare you, saying that it's unsafe to travel and that kind of thing. Like I said, even if you're a solo traveler, get out there and just explore anyway. Like I said, it does take confidence, of course. But like I said, definitely get out there and stop overthinking about everything that can happen. You haven't even got to the destination yet. Just get out there and see what it's like. Like I said, we put so much in our mind sometimes that will scare us halfway to death about taking a trip anywhere, taking a cruise, whether the boat sink like the Titanic. I've heard all types of stuff. My family have told me these types of things, trust me. So like I said, I definitely have heard all types of things. Scared to cruise or scared to take the trip or whatever it is. Like I said, we have to stop overthinking things, y'all. Like I said, just go ahead and do it. Don't let the money, the time, or the overthinking stop you from taking that trip that you've always wanted to take. Throughout my whole entire 20s, actually my whole entire life up until I was, 31 years old, 31 or 30 or 31 years old. That's when I took my first trip to go. Actually, no, it wasn't. It was in my late 20s. That's when I took my first trip to go anywhere. I had never been out of St. Louis, Missouri besides, out of St. Louis, down in the Lake of the Ozarks, which is like 2 hours away. I went there, or to Chicago, that was like 4 hours away. It wasn't too far. We just drove there. It wasn't until, like I said, I was in my late 20s, almost 30, that I actually took my first trip down to Orlando. We stayed in the hotel, got a chance to go to Disney World, and then we took a cruise. I think it was a 5-day cruise, that first cruise I went on. I know it was in June. I don't know what year. I think it was 2010. So it's been like about 15 years. Okay, so I'm 47. So it's about 15 years ago. And like I said, I had to, between 10 to 15 years ago. And like I said, I had to decide at some point, how long was I going to keep being scared and not willing to, of course, step out on faith and go ahead and take that trip. I passed up so many things, waiting for folks to get money ready, or waiting for somebody to figure out when the time was going to be right for them to travel, and all these kind of things. Well, I missed out on at least a decade, 2 decades on traveling. And I could have been and went somewhere by myself if I had to. Like I said, don't let the overthinking, the time, or the money keep you from going on a trip, y'all. The trip does not have to be expensive, does not have to be thousands of dollars. It can be on a budget. But make sure those things don't hold you back, y'all, like they held me back for at least those 10 years as an adult, 10 to 12 years as an adult. They held me back that I didn't even want to travel anywhere, even though it was my dream all my life because I saw it on TV. I didn't take my first trip, like I said, till I was almost 30 years old. Don't be like that, y'all. Get y'all butts out there and travel. Like I said, there's all kind of people in this world. There's all kind of environments in this world. There's all kind of things to explore and to experience and to adventure with. Get out there and see it, y'all. Don't let anybody scare you, anything else. Like I said, just get out there and do it. It can be done. And I'm going to share some more videos and more information on this page about how you can do it. I guess I put it that way. And some tips on how you can, of course, travel on the low and on the cheap. Because that's what we try to do. I guess I put it that way. So like I said, definitely, I hope that this video helps somebody. Again, this is Eat and Travel with Tony. And like I said, definitely make sure that you subscribe to my channel. And then, of course, click that notification bell to receive all the videos that upload on this particular channel. And again, feel free to share this video with somebody that you know should be out here traveling. So peace out, y'all, and have a good one.